Hi, welcome to Logic Pro X Lab 3. In this lab, you will learn how to record melodies. Let's take a look on the lab paper. This is the lab paper. Notice the time signature is 3/4. Later on, you need to change the time signature on Logic Pro X to 3/4 as well. Let's open Logic. In front of you is the session from Lab 2. Logic will automatically open the last session that you work on. Let's close this session. To create a new session, you can go to File, select on New from Template, or press Command N. You have the options to choose the templates that you want to use. Let's select on Empty Project. Next is to create a software instrument track. Ensure the instrument is set to default patch and the output is set to output 1 plus 2. The number of tracks is 1 and select on Create. Logic will automatically select an instrument that you may want to use or you may don't want to use. Since this is a melody, you won't be able to use drum kit to play melody. Let's change the instruments to another instrument. Let's select piano. Now, if you still remember, in order to do the recording, you must activate Record Enable. Once the Record Enable is on, when you press the keyboard, you will be hearing the sound. Okay, I can hear the sound. That means the keyboards and Logic Pro works fine. Next is to prepare the metronome so when you play, you can hear the click. The Logic Lab paper showing the time signature is 3/4, so you need to change this time signature to 3/4 as well. Bring the cursor to the top note, which is the number of beats, double click and type 3. Press Enter. Now you're already in 3/4. Next is to record the notes. There are two ways to do this. First of all, you can play the keyboard or you can use mouse to key in the notes. I'm going to show you both ways. Let's play the keyboards. Okay, you can stop the recording by pressing the space bar. Now let's double click on this note. As you can see in here, some of the notes is on the grid, but some of the notes is off grid. How can we make all notes right on the grid? You will be doing what we call as quantization. Bring the cursor here, click once, make sure that you can see the blue line, then you select all by pressing Command A. If you remember, the smallest value for this song is 8 notes. So we will change this to 8 notes. You can see all the notes are now in line with the grid. Now let's bring the cursor to the front and listen to the song. Let's play. Okay, perfect. The next one, I will show you how to do the melody recording using mouse. Before that, let's take a look at this part. Now over here, you can see that actually the notes Mi or E start from E3. So we will be doing the same thing. When we press the E, we will start from E3. Let's delete this track. Now, if you remember, you need to select the pencil tools. Then you need to zoom in a little bit so you can see the value of each bar. Okay, this is good enough. You can see this is bar number 3, this is bar number 3, beat number 2, and this is bar number 3, beat number 3. Now let's start to key in the notes with mouse. Now the first note of Mi is basically 2 beats. So you need to bring the cursor here, press and hold, and start to adjust the notes until it is 2 beats. The next one is G. Okay, you see over here, the value of the notes is too long. So what you need to do is to shorten the note. Bring the cursor to behind, then click, hold, push to the left. The next note is A. Okay, notice that the value is only 1 bit because it always follows the previous note value. So you need to adjust the length to 2 bits. Next one is Do. Okay, you see this is D sharp is a little bit too high. Press and hold, bring it down. Then shorten it. The next note is B. It's too short, so we need to make it longer. The next note is G. It's too long, we need to shorten it. The next note is A. It's too high, too lower. And we need to make it longer. Then let's move to the next one. We have no more space, so we need to move this view. Next one is G. We need to shorten it. Next one is A. Too long. We make it shorter. Too short. We make it longer. Make it shorter. We have number few, so we need to move a little bit. Next note. Okay, now let's listen from the top. Okay, excellent. Now, how can we check whether these notes are correct or not? Remember, Logic has a feature called score. When you click on the score, you will see all notes that you have keyed in the form of musical notations. So let's click on score. Now, over here, if you compare to the original lab paper, it should look more or less the same. Let's take a look. Okay, it looks similar. Then you know that the notes you key in are correct. Next, what you are going to do is to bounce this MIDI file to audio. Bring the cursor to here. It shows BNCE, that stands for bounce. Click, then you will have the bounce page appears. Now same thing, if you remember, you need to choose the destination, whether it is PCM, MP3, M4A AAC, or burn to CD/DVD. For our lab, we just need to select PCM. The starting point will start from bar number 3 until bar number 18. The file format is WAV, resolution is 24-bit, sample rate is 44/100, file type is interleave. For the bounce, you can choose either real-time or offline. For our purpose, we can just select offline. The normalize, you can keep it as on. If all ready, click on OK. Now you need to decide the location of the file. Let's keep it on desktop. Then you type Logic Lab 3 Jemi Sitanayah, which is my full name. Of course, for your lab, you will type your full name. If you are working with a partner, then you need to include your partner's full name as well. Next, click on Bounce, and you're all set. Now let's check whether the bounce file is correct or not. It's always important that you check the file to ensure everything is right before you send to your client. Now let's go to Finder. Let's go to Desktop. We have Logic Lab 3 Jemi Sitanayah. Now let's click on Play. You can bring the mouse to the icon and click play, or you can press on the spacebar. Let's listen. Okay, so that's all the lab for today. Give a try and let me know if you have a question.